Okay, so full backup, you're gonna say backup, what? Database. The name of the database is what? UMC. To what? Disk is equal to, where are you putting it? C, my, here you have a space there, right? So you must make sure you have a space, and this is backslash. I was doing forward, and then you say UMC dot BAK. That's it. Now I say within it. What do I mean by within it? If I do a backup now, let's say without within it, okay, I'm gonna execute. Let me minimize this. You see now how easy it is? Folder. You go to the folder. And then you say my DBS. There's the BAK file, right? Now, what's the size? 2928, right? Kilobyte. If I redo by mistake, or because this is going to be done every week or every day, right? What's going to happen? I go and check. The size is double, 5848 KB. Why? It's just putting on top of the previous backup. We don't want that. That is gonna cause what? Fragmentation, right? We don't want this problem. So we do what? With init. Now execute. Now if you check, you can see it's the original data. So we want that. We want it to replace the old backup with the new one. You understand? We don't want it to put one backup on top of the other. So by adding within it, you are basically replacing the old one.
Okay, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Okay,
so don't forget within it.
Okay, you are saying the use of
within it,
it removes the older one.
Yeah, replace the old one with the new backup, because the new backup is going to have the recent information, right? Yeah, if you have any updates, anything, everything is going to be there, right? What you want. So always use within it.
Okay.
And then
could you write this for us, please?
how? Video like check out. Video like video link and then backup. The next one is always follow up with the log. The log backup always comes next. So I'm gonna say backup log UMC and then to disk is equal to C colon my DBS UMC underscore log. It's gonna be what? Like I told you earlier, TRN, right? Again, we also want it what? Within it. Highlight, execute. Now if I check, I have the SQL Server transaction log backup also. Now, the next one is the differential. To understand the differential, I'm going to create a table. Let's say test. So I'm creating a table after I took a full backup, right? ID, integer, let's say we created this table. Okay, now we can take a full differential backup to see the difference. So it's going to be what? Backup, database, not backup differential. Okay, it's still database. UMC to disk is equal to C my DBS UMC underscore diff. What is the data type? Sorry, the format BAK with init as well. Understand? And then highlight, execute. Okay. Here I need to write on top log backup, and then here I'm gonna say differential backup. Okay, so now let's say your database crashed. Okay, the server went down or something happened to your server, and then that means we have to remove this thing, right? Highlight, delete. Select and delete. Now it's not gonna work because I just checked here. You can't remove a database while you are inside the database, right? So for me to remove, what needs to happen? I have to go where? No, I have to change this to what? Master. While in master you can delete or remove your database. So now highlight, delete. Okay, now it's gone. Before it didn't go. You can't remove a database while you are inside the database. That's what I mean.
What did you say?
Huh? Where are you now? You see, right now I'm in master, right?
Yes.
Before I was in UMC. If you are in UMC, you can't remove a database. UMC database.
Oh.
But if you are in master, you can remove UMC database.
Okay.
So you always have to go out of the database that you're going to remove. Okay, now the company is asking for their database, UMC, okay, because they just lost their database. So now you have to restore, right? So you're gonna start by restoring what? Full backup, because that's the one that has the entire what? Data. So I'm gonna say restore database. The name of the database, UMC. Instead of to, you're gonna say now from. Okay, because you are bringing the data from disk C my DBS UMC dot BAK with what? No, this time we change it to what we say, with no recovery. If I say with no recovery, I'm saying this is not it. I'm still waiting for more recovery. You understand? We're not done after we do a full backup, right? Full restoration. We want to do differential, we want to do log, right? So highlight, execute. Okay, successful. Now if I right click and refresh, do you see UMC? It says it's not usable still. I can't open it because still restoring.
Restoring. Okay.
Why? Because I said here no recovery. Okay? And then the next one is what? Restore what?
Transaction.
Log comes next. UMC. By the way, if I check UMC now, I won't find test, right? I can't, but if I were able to open UMC, I won't be able to find the table test because I created it after I did a full backup. Okay, restore log UMC from disk. Okay, is equal to C ydbs UMC underscore log dot trn with no recovery still. Why? We still have another one left, which is differential. Highlight, execute.
Oh, you didn't give a space.
Oh, did I? Okay, see, that's why I have an error. So this is restore log backup. Okay, let's check. Restored. The last one.
Still it says restoring.
Yeah.
The database.
Yeah. If you highlight, refresh, still restoring. Okay. Now the last one. Restore differential backup. Restore database UMC from, I can just copy this. I don't know why I didn't do that. And then just change here instead of log diff, yeah. And then I say BAK. Here I'm gonna say what? With. Oh man, you know what I missed here? When I did the differential backup, I didn't say comma differential. You guys didn't also say anything. You have to say like this, differential.
What does it mean when we put it like that?
You see, is this not differential? How do you? I'm missing something. Come on. Differential. Huh? Yeah, it has to be blue. Because we have to differentiate between full backup and differential. You understand? Right? Then what's the difference? Because full backup is also written the same way. The only way you can differentiate is by putting comma differential.
But the thing is, over there, to disk.
Yeah.
Do you miss it?
But this is a name. This is just a name. I can say Tafarra. It will work. Because the name doesn't tell, if it is differential or full. You have to actually say differential.
Okay.
So just for the sake of this video, I'll continue, but we won't find our table because we did a mistake. But it's okay, as long as you understand. With recovery, this time around, why? Because we are done. Now if I right click and refresh, you'll find what? UMC. You might actually find the table. You know why? Because we did full backup twice. That's what it means, right? The first one didn't have test, the table test. But the second one had the table test. The only problem is the reason why we have differential backup is not to make a copy of the whole database, right?
Yes.
Because it takes time. Instead, I did both full backup. You understand? I don't know if you get me. So UMC, if I open it here, tables, everything is there, including test. The reason being, I just did full backup twice.
Oh, you did twice.
The first one, obviously, without test. The second one, I did it with test.
Oh.
It works, but the
Oh, it
problem,
works.
the problem is, I'm taking the same amount of time for full backup and what it was supposed to be differential, but instead,
Oh.
because I didn't put differential, yeah, instead I did what? A full backup. So we didn't fix the problem of, you know, not using the same amount of time we used for full backup, because that's really actually the main difference between full and differential backup, right? When you do a full backup, let's say it took 2 hours, it takes 2 hours, huh? When I do differential backup, it's not gonna take 2 hours, because it's just gonna copy the new data, right? Maybe the new data takes 10 minutes. You see? Now what I did is 2 hours, 2 hours, instead of 2 hours and maybe 10 minutes. Alright, so let me stop the video.